Hi Sid and Calvin, this is Charlie here. I'm sitting in my garage and behind me you see a shelf with a whole bunch of boxes, and those boxes are full of rocks, and I have all throughout my garage all kinds of boxes and all kinds of rocks. And so that's one of my hobbies, and so that's why I've sent you some rocks that I find interesting. But first we need to talk about ultraviolet. Ultraviolet is a type of light, and there are different wavelengths of light. If you want to learn more about that, you'll have to look it up. But the short version is different wavelengths are what give us our colors. In visible light, you have the different colors of the rainbow, and then in ultraviolet light, you also have different wavelengths. Ultraviolet means beyond violet, and if you turn on this flashlight here, you'll see a purple color coming out. That's not the ultraviolet, that is just some of the nearby visible spectrum. The violet color is right next to ultraviolet. The ultraviolet is invisible, and so you can't actually see the ultraviolet, but we can see the effects of it. Ultraviolet is divided up into three main categories: shortwave, midwave, and longwave. And ultraviolet is also known to be dangerous, and that is particularly true of the shortwave. A lot of the rocks that you see glowing that have all the different colors on them, those are shortwave minerals. You need a shortwave light to go with them. First of all, shortwave lights are very expensive, and second of all, it would be irresponsible of me to send you a shortwave light because they can be dangerous. However, this little flashlight that I've sent you is a long-wave flashlight. It is 365 nanometers, and which is right next to the visible spectrum. Visible spectrum starts at 400 nanometers, and so it is not really dangerous. When you turn this on, and if you get it on your skin, that's like being out in the sun. And of course, you can get a sunburn, but the ultraviolet that's coming out of this little flashlight is much less intense than if you were out in the sun. The one thing you don't want to do, and it says it here, right here on the flashlight, is don't shine it in your face. And especially, you could do some damage if you held it up to your eye with the flashlight on. But I'm going to have to hope that you are smarter enough not to do that, and so as long as you just use it and shine it around different places, it will not be a problem at all. Alright, now on the flashlight it says UV 365. That again refers to 365 nanometers. There are other UV flashlights like this that are 395 nanometers. Those are very close to the visible spectrum, and they don't work very well for the rocks that I'm about to show you. So if you ever lose this or it breaks, make sure to replace it with the 365 nanometer, not the 395 nanometer.